Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rolling Thunder Gaming's R&B Super Speedway Series at Daytona International Speedway. With 5 laps to go, Michael Calder's in the lead over Wesley Hogue, Brandon Cretion, Andy Telganoff, and Tom Bauman. Actually changed yet. Now Wesley Hogue is just taking over the lead using the top side. He's got help from teammate Andy Telganoff. Landon Pridemore behind Telganoff, Sean Kerrigan, and Paul McCallum behind them on the top side. Brandon Cretion, Tom Bauman, Terry Bauman, and Doug Woolley behind Calder on the bottom side. Off of 4, Hogue has cleared Calder. Telganoff's going to take his try at it, not going to work. Hogue going to hit the line, 4 laps to go. This big pack of trucks all trying to make their way to the front and try and see what they can do. Jason Scheck towards the back of the pack, going to jump to the top side and make it 3 wide. He's got help from Josh Metallic and Larry Yeager Jr. Brian Hogue going to jump up there. Brian Orto on the top side as well. Paul McCallum moving up there as they're trying to get a third line started there. They've got the trucks, but do they got the momentum? Brian Orto in the back is going to shoot down to the middle. And Michael Calder's go, and he nearly gets spun. Wesley Hogue trying to come down. Maybe he got bumped from Andy Telganoff. Everybody holding on. Now we got 3 abreast going on. McCallum in the outside line have finally caught up to Wesley Hogue and Michael Calder. 3 distinct racing lines. Look at how tight this racing is, as Brandon Cretion giving Michael Calder a great bump, or a great push through the corner, and he will push his way into the lead. A 3 wide mess behind him. Cretion and Calder clear the mayhem behind them. Cretion getting sucked back in by the pack. 2 laps to go now. Damaged truck of Kyle Young going to stick to the top side, involved in the only wreck in this second segment. Race having to be reheld to a 30-lap dash after rain delayed just past halfway. Tom Bauman, Brandon Cretion, Michael Calder trying to clear the pack behind him and duke it out amongst the 3 of them. Off of turn 4, Calder. He's going to lead it down, hanging out of the bottom side. Brandon Cretion thinking about going to the top. Not quite yet. White flag is in the air for Michael Calder. Can Brandon Cretion get by over Calder? Hang on. Bauman now bouncing off the yellow line, trying to get somewhere. Cretion all over the back bumper. We got a wreck behind him in turn 1. We'll take a look at it afterwards, but here comes Cretion and Bauman. Terry Bauman staying to the bottom side. Tom Bauman pushing Brandon on the top side. Calder trying to scrub some speed off, nearly puts him into the wall halfway down the back straightaway. Cretion's going to try and clear heading into 3. Terry Bauman, Gary Elliott, that's Wayne Wildermuth in the 73 truck. Off of 4, Cretion's going to clear him. Here he comes through the tri-oval. Brandon Cretion's going to pick up the win at Daytona International Speedway. A great finish for all drivers. Brandon Cretion picks up the victory. 2nd is Tom Bauman. 3rd is Terry Bauman. 4th is Michael Calder. And 5th is Gary Elliott. So now we're going to take a look at the wreck that happened in turn 1. And the white flag. Looks as though Andy Telganoff may have given Wesley Hogue too much of a bump in the corner. It sort of looks like that, but wow, Wesley's truck gets high off of the ground. Gonna make contact with his brother Brian, Jason Scheck. Wes gonna get up on his side. Didn't really look like though it was the pushing. It just looked as though maybe the truck overreacted or had some sort of issue when the bump was made. Hardly any strength behind the bump. We'll have to take a better look at that one. So here's another look at it. See, it's Andy Telganoff in the 12 and Wesley Hogue in the 38. Going through, it doesn't really look like Andy Telganoff gave him a bump, but was just, just smoothly pushing him through the corner. Andy Telganoff and Wesley Hogue getting some major air in the middle of the corner. And then further ahead of them, Jason Scheck and Brian Hogue made some contact with the outside wall. They kept going, but obviously lost a lot of momentum. There was something funky going on with that 38 truck. We'll take a look from the onboard of Andy Telganoff. Oh, wow. That gives us a pretty clear image right there. Definitely not a bump issue. I think there was some sort of connection issue for the 38. We'll take a look from his back bumper. Oh, wow. Yeah, it was pretty clear that there was some sort of connection problem for the 38 truck, and that is what sent him around. So now Brandon Cretion has made his way down to the tri-oval here. And David Day getting in there too. And Brandon gonna celebrate this big win here at Daytona for him. Won at this track late last season, and he's gonna be the first winner of season 22 for the R&B Super Speedway Series. And he's showing that he's happy. Very excited for this win. Making a great last lap pass on Michael Calder. But he couldn't have done it without Tom Bauman. And that's all who he's got to thank here for this victory. And he's going to celebrate a little bit more here. And that looks like it's going to wrap it up. So with that, that's going to wrap up our coverage here. Brandon Cretion wins Rolling Thunder Gaming's R&B Super Speedway Series at Daytona International Speedway. Until next week's race, we sign off. Hope to see you there and hope you enjoy today's broadcast.